All right, let's call to order the Board of Supervisors work session for Tuesday, September 30th. We're meeting at the Board of Supervisors hearing room on Melody Lane in Bisbee. Order deletion of any item on this agenda subject to modification at the meeting, and any item listed is open for discussion. Please note that some attachments may be updated after the agenda is published, meaning presentation materials displayed at the board meeting may differ slightly from the attached versions. Members of the County Board of Supervisors will attend either in person or via remote conferencing. Members of the public may also attend by Microsoft Teams or the mobile app. Work sessions are a time for county staff to inform and discuss agenda items with the Board of Supervisors. Public comments will not be taken. We'll begin with roll call. District 1.
Crosby is here.
District 2.
Gomez is here.
District 3. Anthony is here. All three supervisors are present, 2 in person, and Mr. Crosby attending online. Let's go straight to, do you guys have anything? Go straight to Ms. Watkins. All right, Ms. Watkins.
First
Clicker. Joe's got it.
So this is Davis Road, milepost 5 and 13. So we've been working on Davis Road since the mid 2005 when we started analyzing the drainage that goes on Davis Road to make it an all-weather access road. And with the new port of entry opening up in 2028, this is a higher priority for us. So we fixed the one at milepost 9, 5 and 13. We had the plans done in 2015. We're updating those plans. We have to get a new NEPA clearance, and we are in the process of doing that. We should have those plans updated beginning of 2026, and then construction starting next year. We do have a grant for 2.89, and we have HERF funds to do this project. So that is one of the top priorities.
Can I just ask a question about that? So that would just to be fixing the areas that have flooding issues, not any expansion of the lanes, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So on Davis Road, I mean, we do want to add 8-foot shoulders on the road. We have it designed from Central Highway to 191.
Okay.
We applied for grants. We've been denied on 2 grants that we've applied for. We continue to apply for grants. That one's designed. But milepost 5 also on this road has a sharp curve, and this will be to lessen that curve. So it's road realignment and installing.
Are you buying the land to?
We've already have this property.
Okay, so it's already there. Okay.
We already have the right of way on these on these 2 locations.
And so this is just to make the road, I mean, the one thing, we don't have 191 in here at all, do we?
No, 191 state highway.
State highway. So, okay. So my concern is it's like, we have to fix it, but we're going to fix it so that more trucks are going to use it. And then they're going to go from Davis right into Tombstone, right? And that's the only way for them to go. And then have we looked at just like, I don't see, I mean, I travel that so much. It's so hard for me to envision all the trucks coming through Tombstone, and then they would go up towards Benson, right? Not
On Highway 80.
Whetstone, I would
Correct.
gather, right? But you know they're going to take Whetstone too and then go connect on the 2-lane, won't they? But even going on up to
Probably
Benson,
not.
going on up to Benson, there's that bridge, right? I guess.
But that bridge is now,
Now
it won't, it's not true. That bridge is adequate.
Okay.
It's either 191 or 80. So 191 goes through Elfrida
Yeah.
or Sunsides.
They're kind of excited. They think there's going to be economic development if we focus on bringing it up 191.
ADOT, the truck route is 80 and 191.
80. But they're not doing anything on 191. I'm just talking so we can, right? Because when I talked to Mark Sanders, they said, you know, saw him on Friday. I'm like, what are you guys doing 191? He just kind of gets this glaze over his eye.
191 will be probably a 10 to 15-year concept design before they would get that done. And then after that,
Why did you never start when this whole thing is talking about 25 years
lack of funds.
but at least have a vision?
Well, they have a vision, but they don't have the funds to actually then implement the project yet.
So you build a building with knowing that you don't really have a great road to get where people can use it and it'd be functional and really be an environmental, you know, have a good environmental impact. Now it's just like people are so, you know, and I unless we have to do other things like the airport and the train or I don't know, something, because I just don't, it's just concerning that there has been no, hey, how many trucks they're saying? Because I mean, it's amazing. 32 pods that are refrigerated. That's a lot. Trucks that can come bypass.
There will be
Nogales.
more trucks. I don't have the data,
And that,
you know,
right.
but it depends on how much traffic's going to come from Nogales and El Paso. Because
Okay.
currently we have trucks on the road,
Yeah.
that go through the port today.
But with 32 refrigerated pods, it's going to be huge. Because Nogales needs to. Okay, sorry, we're back. That's right.
And so Mosen Road is 7.8 miles that we're doing design, and we'll have 60% design done for the whole corridor. We had a $6.1 million grant. We'll have about $2 million left by the time we finish with design and buying the right of way. And so we'll do one spot improvement at Garden Canyon Road there for sight distance. And on this one, Mosen Road is to add 8-foot shoulders. And we had an open house that had about 150 people come to the open house. We had good turnout for our open house.
Now, the roads that are, I got, before I went to Phoenix, I went out and visited, I think it was Coyote Wash, but there's all this concern because there's been so much development. There's 80 houses to the east of the Homos, and they're getting completely flooded too. And I guess it's primitive roads, not county roads.
Yes.
So is any of the flooding, I mean, are we looking into, because that's getting so developed, how this is all going to impact,
We're not doing anything to mitigate the existing flooding that's happening there. The project will add in culverts and box culverts and 2 bridge structures just to keep the road open, but we're not doing anything upstream to mitigate the flooding. The natural flooding that's happening, we're just carrying that water underneath the road and flowing in its historic path.
Okay, that's what I want. You were talking about adding that area, right, to maintain.
Yeah, one of the add drop roads.
Yeah.
So that's Mosen Road. Then James Ranch Road, as you know, to the commercial port of entry. We have ADOT has 27.5 million. They need 20 more million. They're doing final design. We have 60% plans. I gave Supervisor.
Yeah. Quick question. So I met with Frazier, who's thinking that there's going to be a roundabout.
There's no more roundabout.
No more roundabout. This is my concern because Senator Kelly's office was in there and they were all saying that they were it was 87 million and they're including the roundabout. So how do we get everyone on the same page? Because if this is
The original design, so the design concept report that was done,
Yeah.
completed, had 2 roundabouts in it.
Right.
That did. That cost was higher,
87
87 million. That included design and stuff. To keep it in what budget we have, we're not putting in the roundabouts. And the roundabout was when GSA was going to have their access point come into the middle of their property. Now it's going to be at the northeast corner.
Okay.
So now we just have 4 lanes of traffic, 2 inbound, 2 outbound to GSA's facility. So now it's not roundabouts, but the design concept and when we had our consultant send out letters to the people there, they were still on the old DCR that said roundabout. We will be putting out a correction letter to say that it's not a roundabout
yeah, because
anymore.
I mean they're investing money. So I mean the Fraziers, right? So maybe we need
Well, there's still going to be access. There's still going to be commercial, all up and down this road. Yes.
But I think they need to be updated on
Yes.
what's going on. And I mean, should I reach out to Kelly's office? Because when I bring that up with ADOT and the governor, they're like, oh, no. Yeah, they have the old plan. Well, they're talking 87 million. I think we should tell them that no longer is going to happen since I just met with them 2 weeks ago. And that's what they're talking about.
I will talk to ADOT, to Mark Sanders, and you're welcome to too. And
Yeah, I will.
There will probably some of them be at the Transportation Summit that's happening in 2 weeks to talk to it there.
I just think it's
Update 'em.
important. This is the guy who's giving us 20 million, and he needs to know that we're not thinking
So-
87.
So
Right.
you getting rid of the roundabouts?
Well, that's
Yes.
what that was the first study,
Yeah.
and they're still thinking that it's part of the plan. So,
Roundabouts don't work unless they're big.
and this is what they were thinking it was going to be really big.
It's big, but there's a lot of flood zones in there, so it'd be harder to build that roundabout and more costly.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of roundabouts. Just go to the Costco off of Keno and Tucson.
And see that, yes,
The idiots there, nobody knows how to use roundabouts.
yeah.
That's
true.
So that was the
the big ones in Europe. I mean, when I was like driving in Sweden and stuff, those guys love roundabouts, but they're huge.
It was like the traffic circle here in Bisbee. It's been there since.
That's tiny. Nobody knows how to use that either.
It's
I almost get in an accident a week every time I come
It's like
through there
you
because
see it
there's
on
no
the
cars coming and the guy stops.
Yes.
You're not supposed to stop. That's the whole point of a
They're
roundabout.
going to say you rude.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
yeah. So it's too small because they see that you have to have that big
Yeah.
flowy on ramp to get on, and then the big flowy off ramp to get off. You can't have a road coming off. That does not work. Where you have a road T-boning into a traffic circle, it does not work. You have to have the flow. Like the Europeans got. The Europeans got it down. They make their traffic circles big and they have all the nice flow. We T-bone our roads in, it does not work. Everybody stops. Everybody stops.
Their drivers are used to it. They know how to handle marks.
Well, that's true, but you have to design the circle in such a way where you don't create this perception that you're coming to an intersection.
Yeah,
Right? That's the problem. Where we T-bone into these traffic circles, everybody instinctively stops. And then they get mad because the guy in the car behind them's laying on the horn, wanting to know why the hell are you stopping. So,
I
anyways,
mean, that's me.
but I'm just saying. So I mean, if traffic circles are great if they're big and they're designed right, but it sounds like you can't make them big because you flood half of it out.
Up for that down there. We were.
Yeah.
Kansas Settlement reconstruction, we're still, analyzing it, but, we don't have the funds to do that. And
We're
then,
trying to get some
yes.
from the state.
And then our bridge structures, we have Whitewater Drawbridge. This is at Rucker Road, milepost 15.7. We have a off-system bridge grant scoping. So the grant is $127,000, and we have $7,600 of $7,600 of her funds. And
I
then
gotta go see where that bridge is at.
it's a wooden bridge.
Yeah.
To me, they say, look, not that many cars go over it, not that many trucks. I'm thinking this is the County,
It's a-
where there's a
it's that
road
way.
that goes down.
Yes.
to-
It's a five. Yes, it has 5-ton load limit.
Right.
But if there's people back up there camping because it is to the recreational sites, then during a rain event they would not be able to get through. Because this bridge was done in 1937, it is structurally insufficient.
Well, we're not going to keep the bridge. You're going to rip the whole bridge out and you're going to put a new bridge in.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what the scoping will tell us. And
How about big heavy box culverts instead?
that scoping will let us find out. Will
Okay.
let us know that. Yeah, that's why we have scoping then the design. And we would still go after off-system bridges. So an off-system bridge is a bridge that's not on the federal classified road, still county road. And there's always been funds in there that come up every 2 years. So as long as those funds are available, we will keep doing that. And then the Leslie Creek Bridge.
Leslie Creek,
That's the Steel Truss one-lane bridge on
Right.
Leslie Creek Bridge, on Leslie Creek Canyon Road, on the Leslie Canyon Road going up. So Leslie Canyon Road, it gets up to the other bridge on Rucker Canyon.
what about this one main one that's right in Hartford?
That's a new bridge.
That is a new bridge.
That bridge fell, that bridge was damaged by a semi-truck that went through that was overweight and crashed down into the river. And so then the insurance would only pay to replace the one-lane bridge. And so that's why it's still a one-lane bridge. So Leslie Canyon Road, milepost 17, that's another off-system bridge grant that we have for scoping for $155,000. And that will be ADOT finalizing the IGA that we will bring into the board probably November. But that project is being kicked off. And then the Middle March Bridge, that's on Pierce Road, at milepost 4.8. And that's another scoping project that we have with grant funds.
And that's a wood bridge, right?
That's with it also, yes.
And
And that's,
No,
it's
on
right
Pierce
by
Road.
It's on Pierce.
Just before you as you go up Pierce Road, it's that wood bridge. It's also got, it looks like people are driving down to the left of it to go around it because they
Yes.
be too heavy to go.
And that's over 124 years old. That was built sometime in the early
And what-
1900.
That's perfect for box
Yes.
culvert.
And it has a 10-ton load limit. Yes, or a big pipe.
Big
Yeah.
pipe.
And so the scoping will let us know. So
Yeah.
some of these projects might be cost effective to do.
Yeah, because that water really channels in nice and tight there.
Yes.
Big
And then Leslie Canyon box culvert, that's designed in-house that we could fix in-house with the precast box culvert that we're looking, because that one has a 10-ton load limit, and that's at milepost 8.6 on Leslie Canyon Road. And so there's residents that live north of this culvert, and they have water hauled to them. So with the 10-ton load limit, it's a 35-mile detour for them to get water hauled to them. And so that's why we have this on the list. Next one, the Turkey Creek Bridge. As I mentioned in the flood control meeting, this is a grant that NRCD, the Wilcox San Simon NRCD has with WIFA to do grade control structures with gabions or different processes to help protect our bridge.
So what is scour?
Scour. Okay, next slide. Okay, the photo here on the top left, you
Right?
see where the ground is there?
Yeah.
So that's the natural ground of that bridge, because there was a diversion channel down a grade control structure that was an old for irrigation that was downstream. That failed like 2 or 3 years ago. And you see the photo, the bottom photo, that is scoured. You see how much material has been washed away?
Yeah.
That is scour. So that is going to compromise that bridge if we don't do something
And
downstream.
undermine the footings on the
Correct.
bracing.
So you can do a scour wall. You can pour concrete on the bottom of it and put a cutoff wall that will protect the bridge. We're working with the NRCD. That's why we have flood control money in this to help with this
Are
bridge.
you going to backfill that with
No.
material? Just
It will,
let it naturally?
it will naturally. If you see just kind of the shelf there, you can see where the tree is there. It's kind of hard to see in there.
Really?
Yeah.
You can see all those roots. All those roots have been
Yeah.
washed away. So if we do stepped gabions on the downstream side, then that will naturally fill back in and protect the bridge. And so that, in fact, they're meeting here Thursday. They're having a field visit with the consultant that the NRCD had hired, and we will do natural designs to help Turkey Creek and protect our bridge. Then we have the dropping roads to maintenance that you guys are having a public hearing on November 6th. We would be sending out postcards to the residents that are listed on the roads that we're adding or dropping. So there's about over 4,000 property owners that we will be sending postcards to.
Potentially added drop.
Potentially adding dropping,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Because I've had calls from people that have seen the other presentations, like, okay, when are you going to come start maintaining my roads? Like, no, this is just a potential road. So we will be sending out the postcard possibly by October 15th. That we're getting quotes on to do now to notify the residents.
So we're going to vote on what, or we're going to,
The public hearing's only for them to talk.
okay, so we're not deciding what to add until,
Until the following. We don't have that meeting scheduled yet, but
okay.
following that, we'll have another meeting where you would vote.
That is
to add drop.
sense.
And if you need any PowerPoint slides or anything from us, I'm not sure how you're going to do the public hearing or what you're going to notify them, just let us know and we can.
I mean, you're going to need everyone that you're going to do, that you're recommending. You need to.
So we have.
Yeah, like you gave us in the
In the
meeting,
work
you're going
session.
to have to go through that.
Okay.
You know, and then what we could do is we can bring one up at a time and then say, okay, anybody want to come up and talk about this?
Is that what you want?
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be the best way to do it. And then we'll come, and if nobody talks, then we make a little note, no opposition or no
And we're
resistance.
getting the word out about the meeting.
Postcards.
We're
Postcards?
sending postcards to the residents that are affected by either adding or dropping a road. There are other residents that will want to come and talk about their roads that aren't on the list.
Right.
But yes, we are sending postcards out.
That's big enough for the
No,
type of
probably
meeting?
not.
Do we need a different location?
How many are you expecting?
Hopefully it's big enough.
Oh, 200-300.
Really?
Well, but some might come by.
No, yeah.
And we're sending out 4,000. We're notifying 4,000, over 4,000 residents. So
Where would there be a bigger?
November, I think she said October.
I don't know. There is a, but not here.
I was
Not
thinking
here.
Yeah, you'd have to do it at another outside of county location.
I mean, the next biggest, like Cochise College probably has the next biggest
Bisbee, the high school auditorium. Oh, no, that only, that might be, that's just around 200 people.
Well,
We'll have to talk about those logistics.
Okay. And then in December, with our next update we have, we'll be presenting more on our engineered 5-year plan. And so we're using the long-range transportation plan that was done in 2015. We're just implementing some of those. So we have roads and the bridges structures. We did have a bridge analysis done on all 61 bridges that the county has that are in the national registered bridges that ADOT comes and inspects. And we'll have a 20-year plan on how to replace some of those because, we're already doing 3 of them, but we have other bridges that we still need to do. And then drainage improvements. On the county maintained roads that we have FEMA crossings of over 300 FEMA crossings on the county maintained roads. So we do need to try to start talking more about how to improve some of those crossings. 300, it's going to be hard to prioritize it. And the priority would be on, the amount of traffic, the higher traffic roads is where we would, that's what we would suggest. It's up to the board what roads we do. That's your guys' decision. But we would have analysis on them with the amount of traffic and potential what we could do to help relieve that. But keeping in mind, we've been talking about Davis Road for over 15 years, and we're now just going to be putting those in. And then that's just what our oversized loads look like that go down Davis Road. This is on Highway 80 that was turning to go left.
Where's that
Davis
coming
Road. I'm assuming it's probably going to Mexico. But on I-10 at the 191 interchange, it's a trumpet interchange if you're westbound.
Mhm.
So you can't go on and off, and the overpass there is low, so the oversized high loads like this can't go underneath that bridge.
The one they just replaced
Yes.
is too low?
Well, it was always low, so
Well,
they just kept
they
it
replaced it with a
because they
bridge.
kept it at because it's a trumpet interchange. It's a trumpet, so we need a diamond interchange there, so you can ramp on and off. The eastbound is a diamond interchange. Westbound is not.
Yeah, but if
and
you
it's low.
replace the whole damn bridge, why didn't they build it
Because they didn't have the right of way and the funds to do
to expand the on and off ramp?
to do that diamond.
ADOT sometimes kills me.
Because you're going to have more equipment going down to Mexico for all the mines. So they're going to have to go through our small town name.
Correct.
Hey,
Yes.
Marsh Station Road. This is what happened to me when I was in the legislature. This was the people in Sonoyta and Elgin and cried to me about these big mining trucks having to go around because at the time the Marsh Station Road bridge was really low,
Right. Correct.
like that. And then we heard so much about it that we moved it up in priority to get that road done, and it cost $18 million to redo that bridge just so those heavy loads can go straight down I-10 and not have to go down.
They go
down-
up 90.
Yeah, down to 90, across 82, and then back up. So this is the same situation, but I mean,
This
that
is the
truck,
last pinch point on I-10. Once this is done,
but they had the chance to do it. The tractor trailer plowed into that bridge and destroyed that bridge, and they replaced that whole damn bridge. Why did they not do that?
It's not going to, they're not going to fix
This was the insurance company only paid deals? Is that what the problem was?
probably is, yes. I mean, ADOT has tried to fix that before. It's been on the plan. They have some plans done for it. Like even on 191 where you've gone up and over the railroad track, they might
Is
have
that the
pulled it.
lane that Searle said that he could send
Yeah,
down here and he couldn't? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I get it.
So that's the end.
Thank you, Jackie. It's always fun and exciting to have the county engineer in our work session. All right, well, the next meeting is going to be at 1. That is the discussion of the vaccination policy for the county at 1 o'clock. So with that, any last words? Alibis? None? All right, we are adjourned.